Welcome to Making a Murderer, Rubberducky video channel. Well, it's been a fascinating week. Today we're just going to be collecting a little bit of data. Nothing, no ball dropping or anything. There's nothing big going to happen today, but we are still going to do part 75. Page 741, type of activity, interview of Victoria L. Paboltz, date of birth 05/26/71. Date of activity 04/20/06. Reporting officer, investigator Mark Weger. On 04/20/06 at approximately 15:05 hours, I, investigator Mark Weger of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, along with Special Agent Tom Fassbender from the Department of Criminal Investigation, interviewed Victoria L. Paboltz. It should be noted Victoria would be a teacher's aide at the Mishcot High School. Victoria would have been in Brendan's 8th hour study hall as a teacher's aide. Victoria states she remembers Brendan returning to school after retrieving his Timbs and glasses. Victoria states that on occasion he would leave 8th hour class to go driving with Ace Driving School. I asked Victoria about 10/31/05, to which Victoria stated she is not sure of that day if he had left or not. Victoria went on to tell us she had Brendan in both 4th and 8th hours, which would be listed on his class itinerary as study hall. Victoria told us it technically is a study hall. However, they, meaning teachers' aides, assist students with their tests and making sure they get their homework done during those study halls. Victoria described Brendan as being a very quiet student. Victoria stated she knows Brendan was not an A or B student. Victoria states she is only aware that Brendan was in one pull-out class, which would be biology, which was his 4th hour class. Again, the pull-out class is where they break down the curriculum and assist people who have trouble learning that certain subject. Victoria could not provide us with any other pertinent information, at which time we ended the interview. Investigation continues. Mark Weger, investigator, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 742. Type of activity, receipt of items from Mishcot High School. Date of activity 04/20/06. Reporting officer, investigator Mark Weger. On 04/20/06, I, investigator Weger of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, along with DCI Special Agent Tom Fassbender, received several items from the Mishcot School District. The first item we received was an attendance sheet, which was dated 10/11/05 through 10/26/05. It should be noted his record showed he was in attendance that entire time. The next 2 days, 10/27/05 and 10/28/05, are dates marked OTH. School records indicate there was no school on those dates. The last 2 days which are shown would be 10/31/05 and 11/01/05. It should be noted that on 10/31/05, Brendan was present at school according to the attendance records through 8th period. It should also be noted on 11/01/05, Brendan was in attendance in accordance with his attendance records. The second sheet we received was Brendan's schedule for Semester 1 and Semester 2. It should be noted Semester 1 is noted by S1 and Semester 2 by S2. We also received a pass, which was dated 11/01/05, time of 8:18 a.m., signed by Brendan Dassey, and it indicated that it was with Miss Seisler. I believe this is to be the pass which Brendan used on 11/01/05 to go with Miss Seisler to his residence to retrieve his glasses and his temporary driver's permit. The next item I received was a sign in and out sheet dated 10/31/05. That sheet does not show Brendan leaving school at any time on 10/31/05. The last sheet we received from the high school was dated 11/01/05. On this sheet, it indicated Brendan had signed out of school at 8:22 a.m. and had returned back at 8:38 a.m. Brendan also signed out at 2:21 p.m. on 11/01/05, however, does not sign back in. The first time he signs out, it indicates the reason is home. The second time it indicates the reason is driving. It appears as though, from all the records the high school provided us, Brendan most likely was in school all day on 10/31/05 and had left on 2 occasions on 11/01/05. Investigation continues. Investigator Mark Wieger, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 743, interview of Karen J. Henry, date of birth 02/06/64. Date of activity 04/20/06, reporting officer investigator Mark Wieger. On 04/20/06 at approximately 17:05 hours, I, Investigator Wieger, of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, along with DCI Special Agent Tom Fassbender, went to ACE Driving School in the city of Manitowoc. Upon arrival, we met with one of the officer workers, Karen J. Henry. We informed Karen we were there to determine on what days Brendan would have been driving with them, specifically the 31st of October and or the 1st of November 2005. Karen's records indicated Brendan did not go driving on 10/31/05. Karen's records also indicated Brendan Dassey, in fact, did drive with ACE Driving School on 11/01/05 between 2:20 p.m. and 3:05 p.m. Karen gave us 2 of his driving instructors' names, one by the name of Shannon Snyder, and the second was a Ken Corneli. Karen did give us a phone number for Ken of 715-276-2445 and stated he no longer drives for them. Karen states that when they do take students from Mishkat driving, they pick them up at school and then drop them back off at school. Karen also provided us with the ACE Driving School in-car lesson report. It should be noted that there was a date of 11/01/05 when Brendan would have gone driving. On the bottom of that report, there are several comments as to Brendan's driving skills. The comments start with nervous, very quiet. The second comment says good. The third comment says not too bad. The fourth says okay. The fifth states no driving between lessons. The sixth states okay to good. Lessons need more practice. The final comment is partially illegible, however, ends up saying did okay. There is a second sheet which Karen provided us with that has a number 7 and the date 02/22/06. The comment on that day is good job. Blind spots are weak. The documentation from ACE Driving School will be included with this report. Investigation continues. Investigator Mark Wieger, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 744. Type of activity, supplemental report, date of activity 04/24/06. Reporting officer, investigator Gary Steyer. Item number 53, property tag number 8775. Incident group, time logs taken by Deputy Schultz during the search warrant of the Avery property at 12932 Avery Road on 03/01/06 and 03/02/06 was submitted into evidence property room for safekeeping by Investigator Steyer on 04/24/06. Investigator Steyer had received possession of the incident group time logs from Lieutenant Brett Bowie on 03/06/06 and had in Investigator Steyer's possession the logs until such time as Investigator Steyer placed them in the evidence depository box. Investigator Steyer placed the logs from the search warrant into evidence for safekeeping after referring to Investigator Wieger, who indicated he wished the logs to be placed there. Investigator Gary Steyer, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 745. Type of activity, receipt of report from Federal Bureau of Investigation. Date of activity 04/19/06. Reporting officer, Investigator Mark Wieger. On 04/19/06, I, Investigator Mark Wieger, of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, received a fax copy of a report from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, herein referred to as FBI. It should be noted we had previously packaged and sent several items which were discovered in a burn barrel on the property of a trailer which had been occupied by Steven Avery to the FBI lab in Quantico, Virginia. The following will be a brief synopsis of the report, which was provided to me by the FBI. Specimens that were recovered were labeled under the FBI code. Q3 was labeled as a Canon A310 PowerShot digital camera. Q4 was a Motorola Razr cellular telephone. Q5 was a compact flash memory card. Q6 was a compact flash memory card. Q7 was a compact flash memory card. Q8 was a compact flash memory card. Q9 was a compact flash memory card. And Q10 was a Palm Zyre 31 PDA. Remarks on the FBI report indicate that the results of electronic device examinations are contained in this report. The Q3 through Q10 specimens were returned to the Milwaukee field office. It should be noted the analysis was done by Curtis Thomas and was dated 04/11/06. The following are the results of the examination. The Q3 specimen is a Canon A310 PowerShot digital camera. The Q4 specimen is a Motorola Razr cellular telephone. The Q5 specimen is a compact flash memory card. The Q6 specimen is a compact flash memory card. The Q7 specimen is a compact flash memory card. The Q8 specimen is a compact flash memory card. The Q9 specimen is a compact flash memory card. The Q10 specimen is a Palm Zyre 31 Personal Digital Assistance PDA. The specimens were too heavily damaged to recover any data. However, photographs of the specimens were taken. The report indicates it was not possible to ascertain the manufacturer of any of the flash memory cards. However, the cellular telephone was identified as a Motorola Razr, and the PDF was identified as a Palm Zyre 31 model. Page 746. A copy of the results from the FBI lab will be included in this report. Investigation continues. Investigator Mark Wiegert, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 747. Type of activity: meeting at the Halbach residence. Date of activity: 04/22/06. Reporting officer investigator Mark Wiegert. On 04/22/06, I, Investigator Wiegert, of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, along with DCI Special Agent Fassbender, did go to the Halbach residence and meet with Karen, Tom, Mike, and Tim Halbach. In speaking with Mike, I advised him of the results of the FBI examination and specifically mentioned the Palm Zyre 31 PDA, which we had recovered. Mike then indicated to me that they were going through Teresa's property. He did remember seeing a box for a Palm Pilot. It should be noted, at that time, Mike did go into another area of the residence, retrieve an orange box. The orange box was turned over to me. The orange box would be an empty box for a Palm 1 Zyre 31. It should be noted the box appeared to match the Q10 specimen, which was discovered by the FBI lab. Mike again stated to me this box belonged to his sister, Teresa. Included in this box was a box for a Palm 1 along with a disc containing software for the Palm 1. It should be noted, I did contact the Palm company and spoke with a subject by the name of George Kramer. Kramer would be head of security services for Palm. Kramer indicates he will search his files for any warranty or registration information that Teresa may have sent into their company. As this report, I have not received any results back on the warranty information. It should be noted the box for the Palm 1 Zyre 31 was placed under property tag number 9225 and secured in the Calumet County Evidence Room. Investigation continues. Investigator Mark Wiegert, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 748. Type of activity: receipt of records from the Palm Company. Date of activity: 05/01/06. Reporting officer investigator Mark Wiegert. On 05/01/06, I, Investigator Wiegert of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, received an email from George Kramer, who represents Global Investigations at Palm Incorporated. According to George, their records show there was contact with Teresa Halbach, who had purchased product Zyre 31, serial number 00VUV97412U4, part number P8070 8US. The account showed photography by Teresa. The address is 1599 Western Avenue, Green Bay, Wisconsin, 54303-2543. The email shows BeatlesTMH@hotmail.com, and indicates there were no telephone numbers listed. In looking at the part number that was provided to me by George Kramer, that part number P8078US matches the part number on the box, which was provided to us by Mike Halbach, which would be Teresa's palm box. The part number from George Kramer does show on the bottom of the box for the Palm Zyre 31 of Teresa Halbach. In conclusion, it appears Teresa Halbach would have owned a Palm Zyre 31, which matches with the part found in the burn barrel located on Steven Avery property. The box recovered from the Halbach family also matches the information which was provided to me by George Kramer of Global Investigations, Palm Incorporated. Investigation continues. Investigator Mark Weger, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 749. Type of activity: search of Suzuki Samurai, Plymouth van. Date of activity: 050806. Reporting officer, Investigator Mark Weger. On 050806, I, Investigator Weger of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, along with Investigator Dietering of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, went to the Avery Salvage Yard. Upon arrival at the salvage yard, we met with both Earl and Charles Avery in the shop area of the salvage yard. At that time, we did ask both Earl and Charles for their permission to search the Plymouth van and Suzuki Samurai, which were located on the salvage yard premises. Both Charles and Earl gave us verbal and written permission to search both said vehicles. At that time, Investigator Dietering and I, along with Earl Avery, did go to the area where the Suzuki Samurai was located. It should be noted that Investigator Dietering and I did search the Suzuki Samurai and did not locate anything of interest. We also then went to another area of the salvage yard, at which time we did search the Plymouth van and again did not locate anything of interest. In speaking with both Earl and Charles, they indicated they did not know anything new information and that they had previously shared with us everything they knew. Investigator Dietering and I exited the property at approximately 2:10 p.m. Investigation continues. Investigator Mark Weger, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 750. Type of activity: receipt of report of confidential laboratory findings. Date of activity: 042806. Reporting officer, Investigator Mark Weger. On 042806, I, Investigator Weger of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, received a confidential report of laboratory findings from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab. The report indicated the following item was examined and processed for the presence of identifiable finger and or palm prints. Item GI, one headboard. It indicates that one fingerprint, which was suitable for identification purposes, was observed and developed on item GI, which was the headboard. The fingerprint was compared with the ink fingerprints on the following standards, namely Brendan Dassey and Steven Avery Sr. As a result of this examination and comparisons, it is the opinion of the examiner that the following identification was effected. Item GI, which was the headboard, mostly likely the left little fingerprint of Steven Allen Avery Sr. There are no latent prints suitable for identification remaining from item GI. Investigation continues. Investigator Mark Weger, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. So in our review today, there's really not a lot to talk about in this review. On 741, we talked to Victoria Bubbles, and she just confirms that Brendan was in school for both days, the 31st and the 1st of November. Well, the 31st of October. They get some paperwork on Brendan's attendance to confirm that. And then we talked to Karen Henry, which helps Brendan with driving instructions at the ACE Driving School. Seems to be doing fine there. We have Gary Steyer talking about the incident group time logs being submitted on page 745. We do have the FBI. They do get these flash memory cards. But what's interesting is the flash memory card that's laying in the back of the RAV4, that does not look damaged. Was that given to the FBI or was that held back? So that's a good question. Let's see here. Page 747. We go to the Halbach residence. There's really nothing to talk about. They went and got the box to her phone. Well, to not her phone, but to the PDI or Palm Pilot, whatever you want to call it. It matches. We have the Palm Company confirming that it was registered. And then we're at the Plymouth van, the Suzuki Samurai. The police go through that at the Avery residence, and nothing's found there. And then the last thing is they find a little fingerprint on the headboard, and it is only Stephen, nothing of Brendan, as we know. So there really wasn't a lot going on today, but it has been a busy week. And so I thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me today on part 75. And we have completed 750 pages together. So I've included this picture of the Mishcot Middle School. There is also the high school. They are, I believe, the same building. But, there was really nothing in this read that was earth-shattering. But we did complete it, and we move on to a new week next week, which I hope you'll join me. All right, you guys, if you didn't do the crime, you shouldn't do the time. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you'd like to join us for other movies, if you have some spare time, want to do a little catch-up, one that I highly recommend is It's All About the Blood, which I jumped through, but it's by Dr. Silkman. And as well as we have the 12 Days of Murder and we have over 100 videos. So jump on the channel and there should be something for you. But thank you for your support.